Kevin Dan of Valkyries Radio. Coach, what impressed you most about the defensive performance in allowing just 66 to Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think it was from the start, very disciplined in the actions that we wanted to guard. Um, I thought that we did a really good job of keeping them off the free throw line. I think all of us have seen a lot of fouls being called early in these preseason games in the first game. So our first preseason game of the year can go to 48, giving up 48 free throws to 8 last night was a big focus of ours the last week to 10 days. And our staff and players did a really good job of just, using your body, chesting up, showing our hands. And uh, I also think, our offense helped our defense. We took care of it, so we weren't in transition a bunch defensively.
Coach Nathan Count from the Bay Area News Group. I know you have a coaching connection with Cassie Powell and coaching him, and he's obviously an assistant now. What was it like coaching him in South Dakota? And how has your relationship with him grown since he's become coach?
Yeah, I mean, Kasib is one of those guys that had an impact on my life early in my coaching career. Um, I don't know if I'm 4 years older than him, 6 years older than him, but I got an opportunity to coach him. He was the VP of, I still call it the D, the year that I had him. And Kasib is a legend in the Skyforce organization. And yeah, he was a big time competitor for Tip to win. He was kind of like a point forward. I'm really excited for him. Obviously, he was here a year ago, but just coming over to the W side, I think he's just added a lot of value. He does a great job here on Natalie's staff.
Hey, Coach Jordan Kent with Valkyries TV.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you. Nogic, everything she did for you offensively stands out, but what about defensively? Because really a nice two-way player for you.
Yeah, we've got 3 or 4 of those players still trying to figure out what they can do, to be completely honest with you. I think she had gotten 2 practices with us. Obviously, she's known for her shooting. We were excited about that. But rewatching the game last night, I was impressed with her off ball defense. She's got a really good sense of team defense, um, understands when to help. She had a play in the third quarter, someone was driving right, and probably not her help situation, but she could feel a spin was coming and came over and got a deflection and a steal. So, the speed of the game, uh, just the rhythm of our schedule is going to be a little bit different than some of our international players are used to right off the jump. But I was extremely pleased with her off ball defense.
Hey, Coach, and shots with the Mercury announced team. Back to back right out of the shoots. So you're tested right out of the shoots. What becomes critical against a really good Golden State team today?
Yeah, I mean, coming into this atmosphere, what they did last year for a first year team was very impressive. The Bay Area should be extremely proud of kind of what they've built here in a short amount of time. Natalie does a great job. They compete defensively, and you know, they're hard to guard. They really space you out and share it. Yeah, and so they're going to give us different problems than we saw last night. That was kind of the talk with the team today. Obviously, we spent most of our time preparing this week for Vegas. I think don't ever think you can look too far ahead. But today our focus shifts to the Valkyries, and they're going to put us in some different situations that we didn't see last night or yesterday. And so just being disciplined in our defensive coverages, and I do think what we've been talking about all preseason is if we take care of the basketball, that's going to help us. And yeah, you don't want many runs in this arena because it's going to get pretty darn loud.
Hey, Coach. Conrad Pasquale, the podium finish. I think you're right. He's a bit of a legend out here in the Bay Area.
He's a legend in Phoenix too.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I think a lot of fans definitely remember his contributions to the early dynasty of the Warriors. But he's quickly developed a reputation for being a very forward-thinking general manager, specifically with international scouting. I kind of speak to how he continues to innovate and how it's like seemingly you kind of keep bringing in talent that continues to just mesh with your core players.
Yeah, Nick is a special person first. He's an awesome guy. Super lucky to get to work with him each and every day. Um, and on top of that, he's really smart. He's a thinker. His wheels are always turning. Um, and yeah, I think he does have a great eye for talent. He's always trying to improve, look at different ways for our roster to improve. We kind of walked into a unique situation, or he did when he got the job. Of, this was I'll tell him back. Uh, uh, yeah, I mean, when he took over the team, this was one of the worst record teams in the league. We had a high draft pick and the number third pick. We ended up trading get Kalia, and so we haven't really had any high draft picks, and so our route to get better was the getting stars, but like you need stars to win, but you got to have great role players, and Nick and the rest of our front office have done a wonderful job going overseas, internationally, to find these players, and it's a credit to Nick the work the group has done, but also our ownership to make that a resource for us.
Hey, Coach. Enzo Fukuda with Clutch Points. I think
You good?
seem to notice that
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us want to see the game have more rhythm and flow, a little bit cleaner. So, we always talk about freedom of movement, off ball stuff, and to me, it's like the only way to clean it up is actually call it, and I think the officials are trying to do that. Um, it's gonna our officials and our players a little bit of time to kind of find the happy medium, in my opinion. Um, I thought the other day or yesterday in Vegas, there wasn't a ton of fouls called. I just got done watching Liberty uh, Mystics games, and there was probably way too many fouls called. So you're going to find a little bit of balance early in the season, but we've got really smart players in this league, and I think they'll adjust to the officiating.
Michelle Smith from the Nine. Uh, you talked just about Nick dipping into the international talent pool, and obviously they've done the same thing here at Golden State. From a league perspective, do you see a sort of a surge in folks looking at international talent, bringing more international players into the league at this point?
Yeah, I think it's a two-way street a little bit. It's probably us as the league expands, finding different ways to find talent. But I think maybe the other thing too is it's probably a little bit more intriguing for those international players to come over now because the money is better. I mean, I think that's, in my opinion, the hope from our league is that the money is big enough that for them to actually work compared to coming over on a rookie salary for 75,000. They're playing the winter months in the country overseas, and it's a year round commitment. And to do that, come over here for 5.5, 6 months for 75 grand. I don't know if that's worth it to them. But hopefully, with this bump, we'll see more of that talent coming this way.
Right, Femi Adifeso here from New Central TV. And Coach, I want to piggyback off your last comment about the officiating and being consistent. I just want to link it to a comment Officer Collier made about the game being too physical. What do you think about that in regards to how officiating goes and just the physical nature of the WNBA in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're continuing to evolve. Obviously, last year during the playoffs, there was a lot of talk about physicality in our league. I think the playoffs are always more physical. If you're watching the NBA games right now, it's just everyone just kind of raises their level, and so we're going to do a better job off the ball, both as teams and players and officials, to kind of try to clean that up. And yeah, I mean, I think we're all want to see a free flowing game, but also have that competitive spirit. All right, thank you.